to be careful. Devils not going to get there. Lukaku, how did that stay out? Corner, last chance. Oh, Henderson was there. Oh, we've survived scares, and there it is. The best team in Europe, maybe the best team of all time. Treble winners, Manchester City. Can you believe it? What a night in Istanbul.
A fantastic Monday evening, but in the Nigerian sport, troubles and issues never seems to stop, because it is always now one trouble. From the basketball scene to AIMBA, where it is unprecedented, and we can see that virtually all the content crews have been sacked. Let me also inform you that in the world of athletics, one woman can't just stop making us proud in terms of giving us the best. One woman talking about Toby Musa just keep letting us smile and taking us to the peak of sporting entertainment. Harry Lord Maguire, some fans love to call him, has been stripped over his captain's handband by coach Eric Ten Hag, as he has been told that come next season he will no longer be the captain of Manchester United. Finally, a breakthrough in the world of transfer, as Manchester United finally agrees a deal to sign Andre Onana for £43 million and add-ons. All these are loading in the show this evening. Also take you to the world of athletics, tennis, boxing, Formula 1, as so much is on the plate. Welcome to the 17th day in the month of July 2023. Time check, it's exactly 8 minutes gone past the hour of over 5 p.m. And this is Spot Lounge. It comes your ways every Mondays through Fridays by 5 p.m. where I, the finance uncle, talking sports in the capital city, the one you love to call Uncle Fine Boy, takes you around the world of sports with no visa. Though Mama loves to call me Franklin Omakudu Imona. Ladies and gentlemen, Abuja, get your seatbelt strapped on and your sporting helmet on, because it's going to be a jolly good ride. Let me also let you know that every Mondays it is where we celebrate a superstar of the week. It could be a player, it could be an entire team, but it is always a sport related. And this week we have got ourselves a new superstar. Who is it? You just have to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Game On. The game is officially on as we begin the stories from the local scene. This time around, let's fly to Lagos as cheers, spectacles, unending excitement, glitz and glamour, electrifying atmosphere, aptly described the grand finale of the maiden edition of the Niger Super 8 Soccer Championship that ended yesterday at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Nika in Lagos. Lagos football fans and indeed stakeholders confess that they have not enjoyed a top quality football as produced by the Fly Kite production. The organizers, I beg your pardon, of the Eportial Ninja Super 8 Championship in the last decade, beginning with the playoffs that featured 12 teams drawn from 6 geopolitical regions of the country to the Super 8 that concluded 2 wild cards entry. The championship, which was tipped for a greater success by the press and football aficionados, lived up to the billings, where the finals saw the likes of Remo Stars took on Sporting Lagos in the final. The game was so electrifying as one team was crowned champions in that one. Let me also let you know that ex-Super Eagles player the likes of Motiu Adekwaju remarked that the tournament was fantastic. Talking about the game that went over the weekend, it was indeed a success. Remo Stars and Lagos Sporting Lagos. It was once a game that really lived up to expectation. Talking about the finals, the finals was so never biting. It was edgy as fans could not hold their breath for long because Remo Stars on penalty defeated was beaten, I beg your pardon, by Sporting Lagos. One team that came out with so much fire. Abuja, I am not alone to talk about all the trending stories that we have in a sporting basket for you. One man always there to talk to us when it comes to sports analyst, Mr. Chibuzo, aka Chubi. He joins me on the show. As always, it seems that the coach and the coaching crew loves his performance. Maybe we might just give him a contract extension, maybe just 5 years, like Manchester United has finally done to Andre Onana. Mr. Chubi, good to have you join us on the show this evening.
Uncle Fireboy, good evening. It's always good to be here discussing sports.
True.
It's another wonderful day. Good evening, listeners, as well. I know we are getting you guys warmed up, and before the end of the show, you would actually get the best. Thank you.
Definitely, but your voice is a little bit down. Are you still sulking over Djokovic and Alcaraz? Because your energy last weekend was quite electrifying, but it seems that Alcaraz made you.
No.
We will talk about that later.
Yeah,
I know
okay.
you have so much. We'll talk
to
about that. But talking about Sporting Lagos, a team that just came from the NNL. Remember, we dissected the game over the weekend, but just as we thought it would go, we saw Sporting Lagos on penalties after a one-off full-time draw. They won 4-2 on penalties. Were you surprised with the result?
No, I wasn't surprised with the result. I told you when I said it here that
yes,
that
you said it, that Sporting
that
Lagos
the club has gotten a lot right with administration. The club is just 2 years old.
True.
I always hear people talk about the fact that let it not end up like the Gabroses end up like the
Ifan and the rest. Yeah.
If they can actually do things right, surely I'm sure they will get everything. But what I liked about them is the fact that they've gotten administration right, and that is what is working for them. I hope to see them. They might just be the next big thing, like I said, in the MPFL.
The next big thing in the MPFL, but overall, in terms of the competition from the organization, than to matches and the crowd, and of course the prize money, 25 million naira. Were you impressed with the organization so far in terms of everything that they have been able to put together? Gathering 12 teams from the 6 geopolitical zone and grouping them into 2. Finally, we have a champion. So overall, in terms of organization, were you impressed with the NNL?
Yes, I would say I'm impressed because sometimes when you have to, when you want to initiate a competition or the type of event that actually supposed to pull up, what you need to do is let's leave the prize money out. I know it's going to sometime maybe get up to 100, 200 million, depending on what sponsorship they can get. The most important thing is that it's something they are trying out for the first time, and it's going to help the league. For me, I know it's going to be a good thing for the league. It's going to help the league become very, very competitive, because when you know that you have to get this for you to get in, it's just like the way it is when the team from the championship has to come into the Premier League. There's always this
it takes time to adjust.
Yes, that's why if you look at it very well, the playoff final in the championship, is more costlier. They call that match the costliest match in world football, because the prize money alone is more than any other competition in the world. So it started from something. Over time, it now began. That's why even if you go to championship has sponsorship that is even more than what you have in countries.
True.
Yeah. So let's see how it goes. Well, after this, we will now see. From time to time, we will get the best. The only thing I want to say is, I want them to keep the tempo high. So if it happens this year, it should happen next year. It should continue like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That was what the headmaster, like he's fondly called, talking about Mutiu Adepoju when he was interviewed over the weekend. One thing that he advised the organizers, I beg your pardon, to keep doing is to make sure that they do not drop the standard. Not only the prize money, but also in organization. All right, away from that, now let's talk about more pressing stories where it is not palatable right now. As the Nigeria Premier League and the NBBF champions, Eimba FC have sacked their coach, Coach Finidi George, all coaches, staff, and management of the club barely a month after leading the club to its 8th league title. Finding a Nigerian football legend, Fondly Kola, talking about the likes of Finidi George, who won the 2023 NPFL title in June after emerging top in the Super 6 playoffs in Lagos, I beg your pardon. But however, following the appointment of his ex-international teammate Kanu Wankwo as the supervisor of the club, the new chairman, through his sporting director, Ifeanyi Ekwueme, announced the dissolution of Eimba Football Club coaching crew, staff, and management with immediate effect. Ekwueme said all coaches, staffs, and management crew to reapply for their position within 48 hours. Now, hearing this kind of move, barely, it's not up to 14 days in office, Kanu Wankwo, through his sporting director, decided to dissolve the entire coaching crew of Eimba. Let's talk about this, Mr. Truby. How wise is this move?
Seriously, I don't know. I'm trying to think of where Kanu Wankwo is coming from. I was even thinking, with the fact that they played for Ajax and they also played for the national team together, there would have been a very good relationship between the both of them. But I really don't know. I really don't know what to say about it. All I just know is he might be doing it for a reason. Maybe over time we'll get to know what the reason is. But for now, let's just take it that it's a management decision. It's from what it is now is that they all have to start from the beginning and apply for what it's supposed to be, right? So if it's a decision that is going to help them, I don't know why it's like that. I don't know where it's coming from. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. But according to the report we are getting is that the sporting director, Mr. Ekwueme, said in the next 48 hours, all these coaches as well as their staff should reapply. Now, before the show, I personally tried to put a call to Mr. Kanu Wankwo, aka Papilo, to have him live on the show, but it proved abortive. Including his PA, I tried to reach them personally, but it was just not. They were just unreachable. But I was able to connect to the media officer of Eimba FC, Mr. Bariza. He promised to be with us live on the show tomorrow. Hopefully, when he comes, we will have a first
and information from the camp of Aimba for us to ascertain why Kanu Nwankwo would have decided to take this move in terms of dissolving the entire coaching crew of Aimba. Alright, with that, let's delve away now and talk about more cheering news. This time from our own Toby Amusa. After winning gold medal in the Diamond League on Sunday, Nigerian women's 100 meters hurdle star Toby Amusa has expressed her excitement about the feat, but she has decided to shift her focus to the World Championship in Budapest. The Nigerian international lived up to the hype on Sunday to clinch the gold in the Diamond League and set a season best record, 12.34 seconds. Toby Amusa can't just stop wowing us with a performance. Did you just see it as this is the regular Toby Amusa, or you know that she will definitely get the job done always?
No, she's incredible. She's incredible. That's all I have to say. The good thing about it is that for each time she sets a record, she always wants to beat the record, and that's what has helped her. She has the right attitude, and it's actually working for her. I just pray and hope that she will continue in this. My only challenge is that I hope we don't end up with issues of doping and not doping, because that's what always happens to us most times. But let's see how it goes. She's an incredible athlete. True. Very incredible.
Talking about a level of preparedness that she has come out to say that she has long set sight on the world champion that will be going down later in the year, sometimes in September. We are still in July, but this lady is looking at 2 months into 2 months ahead. Talking about getting that one for the country, about winning that one. Talking about the world championship that will be going down in Budapest. Talking about our female athletes, one of the breaking news that have been shaking Nigerian sports in is the discovery of the female basketball coach. Talking about Coach Wakama, where the NBBF, I wouldn't just say the president alone, but the administrators, they came out during the unveiling that she, talking about the coach, was a former national team player. But trust us, journalists will deep down and will delve into her career only to discover that she never in any level represented Nigeria in any competition. Now, according to the NBBF, the choice of Wakama was well sought out, as she will bring her wealth of experience, having previously represented Nigeria as a national team player. A media house said. But Coach Reina Wakama, who was believed to be a former Nigerian national team player and currently an assistant coach at Stony Brook University, and also now the head coach of the Tigers, was discovered that she never represented the Tigers at any level. In fact, in 2015, she categorically come out to say that she missed the competition because her papers were not complete. We had to go back between 2015 and 2017. Personally, I did that, and I currently am staring at the full list of the 12 players that they were able to make it to that competition, and her name is not here. I have them right in my palms. Now, let me shock you for that, Mr. Chubi, because she came out to say, after she was unveiled, that as the new coach of the Tigers. Now, this is what she wrote on her Twitter handle, and I quote, "God does not call the qualified, He calls the unqualified to qualify them." Simply put, God doesn't call on the qualified, He qualified the called. Excited for this new journey. Thank you for all the calls, messages, and well wishes. Let's get to work. Now I want to ask, did she just admit that she's not qualified to lead the team? A player that has never represented the team in any facet, and yet the NFF are coming to say, the NBBF, I beg your pardon, are coming to say that, look, this is the best we can get. Mr. Chewy, come on. For how long are we going to be deceiving ourselves?
Well, the story is
Shocking, right?
the story is a very, very tricky one, because that's why you see the reason why even you see the way our basketball players play out there. We just go there anyhow, just don the colors, we come back. I think there's a from what it is, it's more like a conspiracy. Is something that maybe one party is trying to project the other, one is trying to project the other, but it's not a good story. It's not a good story at all, because you can't be telling lies about what you are and what you are not. So,
on my Twitter handle, a fan told me, he said, Uncle Fanboy, look, doesn't mean that the president of the NBBF just imposed his side chick on us.
that's what I'm telling you. This is more than a
Mr. Jimmy,
conspiracy.
hold your tongue. Let me come back
more than a
more.
conspiracy.
Loading on the show. Don't touch the dice. Spot Lounge, we'll be right back.
The Evening Show. 96.1 FM.
I'm supposed to be the distributor. That is business.
Now you dey sell am for the cow. You get am for the cow. Now your own. Both of you should not quarrel. Sell am for cow.
I am not here to quarrel. More about high chief. Talking to you is part of my introduction. Look at this bombastic element.
Journey with us to visit 3 troublesome friends. From the east, we have the money and container man.
Yes, it is me now. High chief, mire wiro nkizi na libo. You get me?
To the west, we have a man that eats only meat and loves owambe.
I still remain your one and only Otumba Owonikoko Agbabiaka.
All the way to the north, we have Baba Sani with his 40 children and 4,000 cows and still counting.
You are my people. Sunana Baban Asan. Na mi bonam po Asan and I get them for plenty cows.
Listen to Era Matters only on VOP 96.1 FM every weekday by 10:30 a.m.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Join the Assalam Peace Magazine crew on this station daily by 11:30 a.m. as we dissect and give detailed updates on this year's Hajj in Saudi Arabia, titled Echoes from Hajj. Eid Mabruk.
Meet us on YouTube, Insta, and Twitter at Voice of the People 96.1 FM.
Muryar masu sauraro mita 96.1 zangon FM Abuja.
Yanzu kuna da murya.
On Sports Lounge, the best of tennis, athletics, basketball, golf, Formula One, cricket, rugby.
Strap on your helmet and get ready to face off.
Cycling, boxing, and the king of them all, football.
Kevin De Bruyne! Good to one!
Sport Lounge. Every weekday from 5 p.m. on Voice of the People 96.1 FM, Abuja. Sport Lounge, your perfect guide into the world of sport.
Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk round the back. Henderson can retrieve this. Lifted in by Henderson.
United are in shreds. And they depart. Intolerable. Inconceivable.
Welcome back to the second half of your biggest sports show in the land, Sport Lounge. It comes away every Mondays through Fridays by 5 p.m. On your biggest, hottest, trendiest radio dial, Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. And this is that time where I get you connected to me on the show on 070 0010 961 961 070 0010 961 961. On that same phone line, you can connect to us on WhatsApp, drop your voice note, drop your messages as well as your WhatsApp call, and I promise you we will give attention to your voice. We are currently live streaming on YouTube, VOP 96.1 FM Abuja. Yes, rush to VOP, and there you'll find me, the finest uncle talking sports in the capital city and beyond, the one you love to call Uncle Fineboy. With Mr. Chubby. Together we have been driving the show, and when you get to YouTube, you will find us. Also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, a thread as well. You can still find us with the same address and handle, VOP 96.1 FM Abuja. Alright, let's get back on the show. In case you you missed the first half, this is the second half where we will definitely still connect you and hook you up with all the trending stories making round in the world of sport. It is still 070-0010-961 961. Such a unique number. Alright, but before we delve into the foreign scene, let me take you to far away in Angola as Morocco's steady growth and careful plan rise to the top of sport in Africa gathered more momentum yesterday when the men's senior basketball team defeated pre-tournament favorite Cote d'Ivoire 78-76. Just 2 points. Morocco defeated Cote d'Ivoire. Before I let Mr. Chubi in, let me take this caller to know who is on the phone line. Hello, good evening and welcome to the cathedral.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Let's meet you. Is this Daniel from Plateau?
Yes, sir. What is the update now on Liverpool? I just want to get the update from Liverpool.
Update from Liverpool. Just stay tuned. We will definitely give you everything you need to know concerning Liverpool.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Always a pleasure.
All
right, and the phone line is open for you to lend your voice. 070-0010-961-961. The African tournament has ended, hosted by Angola, but one team is being celebrated: Morocco. What's happening in Morocco that is not happening in Nigeria? Yeah, let's know exactly, because it seems that Morocco happens to be the apex of sport in Africa. What's going on in Morocco?
They have been able to get things right.
True.
That's what it is. I always talk about practical administration in football, in anything in sports. The truth is that you can never go wrong with it, because everything that has to do with starting from, you have to start all the way from making sure that everybody is happy, all down the line. It trickles down. So now it comes down to even the players, whatever they want to do, they have to give their all. We saw what they did in the World Cup. They almost moved on to the semi-finals of the World Cup, if not because they played a very good team in France. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now look at it. It's something that even we just saw it recently concluded under 23. The 23, what they call it, African Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
They were also there at the height.
AFCON.
The AFCON on the 23. The one they played with Egypt in the final.
They defeated Egypt by 2
goals
goals to 1.
To tell you there's something going very right about their sport.
In Morocco.
And what I always tell people is, when you see something going right, it happens for a period. And there's a reason for it. It's administration. Within that period, there's someone that has come there and given it the right knack. And once it happens, everything about the sports happens. That's just what I have to say.
That's just it. But here in Nigeria, it is salaries being owed. It is coaches and administrators fighting basketballs, or there's administrators coming on to say some things. And in fact, I really don't know. Nigerian problem is just like the story of tortoise. It never ends. But this time, let's get out of Africa and touch down somewhere in England at the Queen's Court. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the final of the Wimbledon yesterday, and this was how it panned out.
Djokovic is deposed. There's a new king of centre court, Carlos Alcaraz of Spain.
7-6, 6-1, 3-6, 6-4.
He's beaten the best of all time. He's beaten a man who is virtually invincible on this court. And just with all the great finals, you see the champion being embraced and embracing the people who made it possible for him. The door into the players' box. Juan Carlos Ferrero, another world number one. Many coaches and many people have played their part in the development of this young man. Father, brothers, uncles, his grandfather. In many ways, it takes a village to raise.
That was how it went down yesterday, and Djokovic has come out to say that, look, the Wimbledon final loss to Carlos Alcaraz was a tough one to swallow, but he will definitely move on. The Spaniard won 1-6, 7-6, 8-6, 6-1, 3-6, 6-4 to seal a second major title, beating Djokovic in a brilliant fashion on the center's court, where the Serb was dominated for so long. That game, Mr. Truby, saw a record-breaking viewers of 11.3 million viewers all over the world just to see the new Spanish wizard Alcaraz defeating Novak Djokovic, who was thinking that perhaps these Grand Slam win for me would just be a record-breaking and record-equaling as well. But it was Carlos who had the final say.
Yeah, truly, Carlos was he was magnificent.
You can say that again. You can.
I actually rooted for Djokovic to win, and I was thinking that from next year, Alcaraz will not be the next big thing. But like I said, he's the next big thing in tennis. The era of Djokovic, the era of Rafael Nadal. No, Andy Murray was never there.
Are you for
he was
real?
never there for me.
Are you okay?
It was
for
just
you.
it was just a flash in a pan. Just one flash in a very big
UK
pan.
hype, right?
Yeah, and they just kept on hyping him, not knowing that he doesn't even know how to play tennis. Well, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
This is mean.
I've never loved him. I've never liked anything about that guy. It's just there's nothing fantastic about his play. Yeah. Carlos Alcaraz for me the guy is class. He's going to get it. He's just 21. He just reminds me of when Rafael Nadal took up the center stage in world tennis, and everybody kept on wondering, is he going to be like this? The same thing with what's his name? The one that lost his Djokovic. And I don't know. He's going to be the next big thing. He has won 2 Grand Slams this year.
True.
And Djokovic has one. So let's see what's going to happen in the last one. Maybe they will have to slug it out again in the finals.
Hopefully, both of them meet in the finals. Djokovic, who is 36 years old, have been seeking to draw levels with Roger Federer for men's singles win. Yeah, and with Margaret Court on the 24th Grand Slam titles, but came up short against a 20-year-old number 1 Carlos Alcaraz. Not since 2013, the Djokovic lost on the All England club's main court when Andy Murray beat him for the title, and the Briton was in the crowd to see the Serb runs ended. Deep down in the heart of Andy Murray, he will be saying, yes, you have lost one time. But then, congratulations to Carlos Alcaraz. But meanwhile, Marketa Vendrosa has moved into the top 10 of the women's ranking for the first time after stunning triumph at Wimbledon. The 24-year-old became the first unseeded player to take the women's singles title, landing a straight set win over Ons Jabal on Saturday. You said it. I will give it to you, Mr. Truby. You said it. That Vendrosova deserves to be in the top 10. From 111, she moved to 42nd. And from 42nd, she's currently in the top 10. I need to find Vendrosova. She needs to show me the God she's serving. Honestly, what God can do, what God cannot do, I beg your pardon, does not exist. And what God can do also exists. Because the speed at which she's climbing the ladder of success is so magnificent.
Yes, Vendrosova, truly, the reason why I said that the last time is, if you look at it critically, you can't be unseated and you come into a competition at Wimbledon. You know, Wimbledon has a different panache about it. There's always this extra movement. If you look at, if you notice from all the Grand Slams in the world, all the Grand Slams they do in a year, it's only in Wimbledon that they put on white and white.
True.
It has to show you how immaculate they term the competition to be. So most times when you win that tournament, you actually give yourself a very, very big spike. That's what I said on Thursday. Either Thursday or Friday, I said it here that once the moment he wins this tournament, she's going to move all the way from 42nd up to the first 10.
And indeed, she moved. All right, away from tennis now, let's stop by in the king of sport and talk football. Now, according to Romano's, Manchester United have reached agreement with Inter Milan to sign a goalkeeper, Andre Onana. Onana has also agreed a personal terms a long time with Manchester United and is expected to sign a 5-year contract with the Red Devil that will keep him in the club with the option for another year. The deal is pegged to be within the region of £43 million with add-ons. We will say congratulations to Manchester United, right?
Should I say congrats? That deal happened. That deal happened since last week. What they were just waiting for was paperwork and every other thing. And of course, Inter Milan needed to get a player that they feel can actually step into the shoes of Onana.
And just on Saturday, the likes of Jan Sommer agreed to move to Inter Milan.
Yes, that's what happened. So I've already said it that come Monday, as early as 8 o'clock, just be sure that deal is already done. They were just waiting for paperwork and every other thing to be done. And for a club like Inter Milan, they don't want a situation whereby they just move out their goalkeeper. They don't have a goalkeeper that can replace a verified number one.
All right, let's quickly delve over now to Italy now, as Juventus fans have gathered outside the club medical center to chant they don't want Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku, go, don't come back. In fact, we don't want you. Anything, the black and white of the old ladies, the Bianconeris, stay away. The fans have made their choice. They do not want him in their club.
He's a controversial player. I've kept on saying it. The only thing I would advise him to do is just to join the people going to Saudi Arabia and go and continue his controversial mission there.
Join them in Saudi Arabia and continue there making your money. But meanwhile, the PSG forward Kylian Mbappe is back to training this morning, and the talks regarding his future looks set to begin in earliest this week as he's scheduled a meeting with the new coach Luis Enrique to reinstate that he will leave for free next season. Why keeping an unhappy player in your club?
They're not keeping an unhappy player. I think it's just the fact that they've not been able to reach the best of terms for the two clubs. Truly, before the end of the transfer window, Mbappe will not be in PSG. That's the truth. It's just for us to peg our eyes direction to the direction of which of the clubs is going to go to, because truly, he's not going to be a PSG player this season. And the reason is because PSG needs to get some form of money. They need to get some form of money from the sign-on fee they did for him. So, and the only way to do it is to make sure they don't allow him go for free.
Exactly. Do not let him go for free. It is still 070-0010-961-961. 070-0010-961-961. Keep your calls coming and also your WhatsApp coming on that number. We will give attention surely to your voice. But meanwhile, Chelsea have extended the return date of Gabonese striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as Olympique Marseille have set sights on this man. Chelsea have shut their door technically to Aubameyang's return to the Cobhams training ground. Is this a way of Chelsea telling Aubameyang, get yourself a new club, we do not want you?
But of course, he needs to get a new club. The challenges he has had with Chelsea, for me, I feel so bad for him because he's a wonderful player. All he just needs is just a club that there's no hype, just for him to resuscitate his career, and from there he can move on once more.
From there he can move on. So Marcel going to France is the best bet for him, according to you?
Yeah, it's going to be a good deal for him. At least he's going to have an option of playing week in, week out. And it will actually help him boost back the confidence I used to have as a striker.
Definitely boosting back his confidence about one player that his confidence is so boosted with so much money for Manchester City. Is Kevin De Bruyne as is a surge in weekly wages is absolutely mind-blowing. £850,000 a week makes him the top earner in the EPL and other top earners in the EPL. Let me quickly go through the list of some of the players that are currently earning the highest in the EPL. Number one is Kevin De Bruyne. He sits with £865,000 a week, followed by his teammate Kevin De Bruyne, who sits at 385 a week, followed by Mo Salah of Liverpool. He sits at £385,000 a week. Fourth on the league is Manchester United, Casemiro, with £375,000 a week, followed by his teammate Marcus Rashford, who just signed a contract extension with Manchester United, and he will be earning £375,000 a week. Next on the list is Chelsea's Raheem Sterling. He earns £350,000 a week, followed by a one-way striker Romelu Lukaku, who is currently earning £325,000 a week. Next on the list is Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool. He sits at number 7 with £300,000 every week. And next on that that lead is Jack Grealish of Manchester United on Manchester City, I beg your pardon, with £300,000 a week. And completing the top 10 on the list is Harry Kane of Tottenham, £300,000 a week. Erling Haaland, does he deserve £860,000 every week?
But what more can you expect from a player that came into a team that was looking for Champions League and they got Champions League? It's very, very explainable. Very, very explainable. Like I told someone, Manchester City they gave their season delight within 3 weeks. Everything that happened in their football happened in 3 weeks. So you can imagine a whole season of 9 months, 10 months happen within just 3 weeks for them. So it's very possible, because of course you're going to have add-ons, you're going to have lots of sponsorship deals activated, lots of endorsements activated. So it's very, very explainable. We just hope and think, because I sometimes want to liken them to the Manchester United team of 1999, because it was also the same thing that happened with them within that period. So let's see how they can be able to manage it. Their what they call them, their marketing crew. Let's see how they can be able to.
Let's see how they can be able to get that one done, as Liverpool are in the world of transfer gossip eyeing a deal for Manchester City and England midfielder Kevin Phillips, who is 27 years of age, as a Fabinho nears a move to Saudi Arabia. But a former Manchester United goalkeeper, yes, is no longer there. David De Gea, who is 32 years of age, is set to move to Saudi Arabia, as huge offers are currently coming for him. Why didn't they come for him when he was still in Manchester United? Now he's free, they are coming. Oh, Saudi Arabia, they did United dirty.
No, but truly, even if De Gea still had some years in his contract, it would have he would have still been able to still move to Saudi Arabia. Because the truth about it is, Ten Hag made it very, very clear that he wants a ball-playing goalkeeper. So that's the reason why De Gea was out of the picture. But although you cannot rule him out from the fact that he's a very good goalkeeper.
Calvin Phillips to Manchester City. Do you see this deal happening?
Calvin Phillips to Liverpool. Or is it from Manchester City to Liverpool?
Calvin Phillips of Manchester City, yes, to Liverpool. Do you see this deal happening?
Yes, it's going to be a good deal for him. It's another opportunity for him to revive his career. Like I said the last time, Fabinho looks almost set to leave.
Yes.
Almost set to leave. The money and every other thing. He just has to be.
Yes, he's set to leave, and we in the studio also, we are set to leave, as a timer is not on our side. But Abuja, come tomorrow, we will definitely dwell in the world of transfer as we take you around the world of sport. Officially, our team of the week and player of the week goes to no other but the 20 years old Spanish wizard himself, Carlos Alcaraz, for winning a Wimbledon title this year. He becomes a Sport Lounge Player of the Week. Abuja, we will see you sometime tomorrow, 5 p.m. bright and early. We will be back to talk sport, but from us to you, it is bye for now.
Taking you back to memories through music. This is the station for you.